right, all right, all right. Settle down, settle down. I don't want to yell. My voice is still not fully back with me yet. Now, I have called this meeting of the decades, the years, and the months to order. Our one and only objective for this meeting is the punishment for the year 2020. I open the floor to suggestions. I, the year 2005, do hereby say, burn the miserable year! Burn it to the ground! Now, wait a minute, 2005. Wait a minute. You can't just automatically assume that 2020 knew that this year was going to be bad. I am still in favor of reinstating 2020 as a mainstay year and not giving up on it. You shut up, 2007. You shut up right now. Dear God, what is it with you people? Look, I am the year 1999. All right? Do you know how hard it was for me to give up the title of 1999? People worshipped me for 365 days. And now, I am basically being thought of as the jackass that ushered in the new millennium. That was me, you moron. I'm the year 2000. And speaking of which, point of order, I would like another shot at a year. Shut the hell up, 2000. You're not getting another goddamn year. Bring it on, damn it. I deserve another year. It's not fair. Look, retro stuff is now suddenly popular. I was the king of crap back in my year. I had Tamagotchis. I had trading cards. Anime was abundant all over the place. Speaker, Your Honor, you yourself remember fondly all the good times that you had during my reign. I was in 5th grade going to 6th grade, and those were not good times. Sit the fuck down. All right. Since apparently we can't come to a consensus amongst all of us here, I say we put it to a vote. All those in favor of banning 2020 from ever setting foot on a calendar again, say aye. Aye! All opposed? Nay. The ayes have it. All right. I will deal with 2020 myself. I will deliver the final blow. 2000. You and your Tamagotchis get ready, because I might just give you another shot. All right, everyone. Let's break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another fun-filled and exciting, rage-inducing episode of Andrew Rants, a video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world, and even with a raspy voice, I still bitch and complain about things that annoy me, piss me off, and bug the ever-loving shit out of me on a daily basis. Yeah, welcome to part 2, right? Look, 2020 sucked in part 1 when I recorded that back in August. Hey, guess what? It's October. It got worse. I didn't know how it was possible, but it got worse. So let's see. What else happened in 2020 so far since my last recording? Well, the plague's still here. Apparently, I guess hell's gonna freeze over. I lost a family member. Might be homeless by the end of the year. Hell, maybe even the end of the month. And, yeah. Just a lot of shit. Social media has been blowing up all over the place. People are bitching and complaining. There's still riots in the streets. And oh, goody. It just gets worse and worse. Look, I wasn't a fan of 2020 back when I did my first video on it in August. And I'm not a fan of it now. In fact, back in that video, which I actually re-listened to it, the audio of it before I recorded this, I actually said that I would take the year 2005. I would take the year 2007. I would take the year 2016, even the last 4 months of 2015. I would take all of those again in succinction, then 2020 one more goddamn time. Yeah. 2020 sucks. Okay? And just to put it into retrospect, I mean, 2020 just blows. And it did not get any better. It's just getting worse. And now we have newer things that are reminding us how bad 2020 sucked. I already ranted about the new South Park season opener, the pandemic special, where Randy's basically supposedly patient zero or the cause of the goddamn plague. No, but he's basically, making money off of people suffering. Yeah, whatever, float your boat, jackass. You have the fact that Netflix is continuing to try to hold their domination of the world. Nickelodeon's still giving the middle finger to fans. I don't know what the fuck Cartoon Network's smoking. Disney's blowing smoke up their own ass. And dear God in hell, what the fuck was up with Mulan? Yeah, no. 2020 sucks. I can see now why a lot of stuff's getting pushed back and delayed. In all honesty, I approve of that. Holy crap, do I approve of it at this point. You know what? Don't put anything else out this year. It's not worth it. While movie theaters are slowly reopening, no, movie theaters can die. I would actually rather than stay dead in this case. They are a waste of time and money. It cost me $30 the last time I went to the fucking movies. $30! $30! For what? A movie. For me to sit there in a Barca lounger that was basically warming my ass and blowing smoke up it at the same goddamn time with 3D glasses on, watching a movie. Sure, I had a bag of popcorn and a soda, and I didn't eat anything that day yet. I needed something in my stomach, but still, $30! 20 years ago, it would have only cost me $10! $30! Jesus Christ, it's $1 a year! And people want movie theaters back. People want to go to bars. People want to do this and people want to do that. Fine. You want to do that? Be my guest. I was happy. I actually want to say I kind of agree with Cartman from that South Park episode a bit. I'm happy when everybody was in the same goddamn boat together. Because nobody was singled out. Nobody was an exception. Everybody was in the same boat. We were all equals for once. We were all equally screwed. And that's what made it interesting. It didn't divide us. It didn't cause problems. No, we were all equally screwed. All of us together. Then somewhere along the line, we started having problems in the boat. And, of course, people started rocking the boat. Obviously, you never heard the song, Don't Rock the Boat. Hey, don't rock the boat. But, of course, the boat got rocked, tipped over. And, oh, yeah, now we're all just royally fucked. Look, 2020 was a shit show of a year to begin with. Sure, okay, the first 2 months weren't the world's greatest, but no year starts off great. It always takes at least 2 months to get its shit in gear and get going. Look at 2000, for God's sake. How many people bought in a Y2K that were kicking themselves come January 1st? And nothing happened! Nothing! Not a thing! It was a hoax. A hoax! A marketing stunt turned into a hoax! And I apologize, like I said, I'm a little stuffed up and my throat's still scratchy, but, 2020 sucked. In more ways than one. More ways you could even imagine how bad 2020 sucks. And then it just gets worse and 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 worse! Recently, my family lost a loved one. Now we're dealing with the fallout from that. We're dealing with all the possible crap that's going to be coming up from it. And all tacked on to what should have been a really good year. You had the Olympics that were coming. Okay, that's not a problem. Now they got delayed, which in all honesty, I'm actually fine with. Because they can make a really good thing about this. They can make it really impressive. You could actually, try out some ideas for different games if you want. I would appreciate that. But, oh boy. 2020. Look, I can only take so much. I'm human, damn it. I can only take so much. Between YouTube fucking over its creators, Twitter screwing over people, Facebook wanting to be every goddamn thing it is, or everything on the internet. It wants to be a media site. It wants to be a social network. It wants to be eBay. So Facebook's having an identity crisis. Twitter's going goddamn crazy. YouTube has its head far up its own ass. And 2020 keeps on rolling. It's not getting better. It's only getting worse. And here's the thing. At this point, I'm thinking it's going to leach itself into 2021. And 2021's going to suck. In all honesty, I would rather at this point call the Vulcans and see if we can't set up shop on a different planet and call this one a wash. Look, Experiment 2481 was a complete waste of time. So many eons we put into that planet, now screw it. That was all went down the tube, one fell swoop, man. We hit the screw you button too early. We fucked them all over. Nope, that was it. That was it. We were done. Nope, never had a chance. Start over fresh. Let's find a new planet. Start all over again. Let's go that route. I just honestly cannot figure it out anymore at this rate. This is pathetic. So many things that go wrong. And while granted, a lot of stuff has been improving. I mean, you can go to sporting events, but I have seen the football scores for the NFL. My God, the teams don't even care anymore. They're not trying. They should have just stopped all the damn sports for the year. Said, look, here's the deal. We don't want to do it. We don't feel like it's going to be profitable for us. We don't want to put your lives in jeopardy. We just want you to be safe. Of course, that would mean that companies and corporations wouldn't be thinking with their hands firmly up your ass and into your wallet. But if they were, you would at least know where you stand. Now, you haven't got a clue. And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Did I mention it gets worse? This year has been a shit show. A massive shit show. I like the fact that we've now got virtual conventions. That's about the only good thing that's come out of this year. For once, if I want to go to a convention, I can actually go from the comfort of my own couch. Or at least, although the place that I have my hat and the place that has a roof over my head for the time being, I could sit there in a chair on a tablet and I can go to a convention. For the first time ever, I can enjoy that. That is one of the only good things that has come about this year. Oh, of course, you got the parodies, though. Sammy J and Randy's mid-year review. This year's a dumpster fire parody of Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire. Man, there's some good stuff that's coming out of 2020. But the problem is, there's so much bad shit spiraled on top that it doesn't matter how good of a series you make. It doesn't matter how good of a comedy thing you do. It doesn't matter how much joy you bring to people. It's not going to succeed. Hell, look at Bennett the Sage. He's suffering from the effects of 2020 in a way. I'm getting screwed over now somewhat with 2020, with this shit that's going to be happening. All hell is continuing to break loose, and guess what? It just gets worse. It's not going to get better. It's not going to go away. It's just going to get worse. And thank you to South Park, the truest form of middle finger up my own goddamn poop chute, after showing us, oh yeah, remember how bad this year was? Yeah, we know. Why do you gotta tell us again? Oh, but this is our version of it. It's our spin. We're gonna make light of it. No, all you're doing is throwing gasoline on a massively burning fire. And you're doing this and laughing. Way to go, smartasses! Look, I'm going to safely say this at this point. 2020 is a wash of a year. It's a complete and total shit show. It's a complete and total mistake. I say screw it all to hell, screw it over entirely, and while we're at it, just plain fuck it to hell. 2020 sucks, and it's going to go down in history. The year 2000 can actually take some pride in something for once. It is no longer the worst year anymore. The Great Depression, 1929, is no longer the worst year anymore. You know the year that John Lennon died? Hey, guess what? That's no longer the worst year anymore. None of them have a candle to 2020. The only way that that another year could be worse than this, half the world would have to implode upon itself. Halley's Comet would have to collide with the moon. Dinosaurs would have to come out from the crust of the earth. And somehow, some way, an alien race from beyond the stars would have to come down here, invade us, and make us all their bitch. That's the only way I can see a year being worse than this. But even then, people will still go, nah, 2020 was worse. Yeah, we might be slaves to some alien overlords, but you know what? 2020 sucked more, though. I couldn't go Build-A-Bear. Or, half the world imploded on itself. Man, it's really sad. But you know what? I got screwed out of work for 6 months. Or, well, it was really sad that Halley's Comet collided with the moon. I mean, it just rained hell upon the earth and small asteroids and meteorites, and my God, it was horrible. But you know what? 2020 was worse. Yeah, 2020 was worse. South Park did the pandemic special. It just pissed everybody off. God, no. But I digress. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Were you a fan of 2020? Are you a fan of 2020? Or do you think, in all honesty, this year can take a flying leap off of a very, very, very short pier? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants.